All right, these are some Dinar Guru updates. Starting off with Mark Z via PDK, there is a tremendous amount of disinformation being sown right now. You need to do your due diligence and not have a knee jerk reaction when you hear things. That it has gotten this crazy means we are close. There is no negative news. Things are still moving, just not as quickly as we would all like. Pimby says the Kuwait dinar and Iraqi dinar were around the same time. They were on par. Iraq is, the second largest oil nation in the Arab world. They're soon to be the first. They're soon to be first. They'll get there when you start doing a side by side comparison, just for giggles, between Iraq and Kuwait. Iraq has a bigger population. That means they have a bigger workforce. That makes their currency more valuable. They hold more gold than Kuwait. That makes their currency more valuable. They have more foreign assets. They have more resources than Kuwait does. These are all things taken into consideration when thinking of the value of the dinar. The only thing that Kuwait's got going on right now is they're pretty stable. Frank 26 Guru Walking Stick, and I told you last Monday they're going to come out with the negative articles going against the raising of the exchange rate. They're not talking about lifting the three zeros from the currency. That's stupid. I saw some guru say, yeah, you see, I told you it was a lop. They're lifting the three zeros from the currency. I told you there was going to be misinformation. All right, Mark Z via PDK, do you still think this is happening or has it stopped dead in its tracks? Mark Z says, I still think it's happening. Iraqi contacts think we will see things move and happen this weekend as they wrap up the Eid holiday, which is some kind of prosperity holiday where they give gifts and good things happen. Everything is still positive. I am looking so forward to crossing the finish line with all of you. All right, Breitling question. Can the dinars be exchanged for dollars outside the country to save taxes? I'm assuming you're here in the United States. Breitling says, yeah, you can, but you don't want to do that. Bob the Taxman puts on a program where you cannot pay taxes here in the United States and it's completely legal. The problem is once you start going out of country to these, quote, safe havens, you don't have any representation. There's no one to represent you. You're a foreigner. They laugh at you. It happens all the time. You don't want that. That question scares me for you because what are you going to do? Put your money in an offshore account somewhere and squirrel and sit on it? You don't want that. You always want a reserve/insurance policy for sure, but you also want to be able to invest in other opportunities coming up. You don't need to risk going out of the country, waste time, waste money, and you're vulnerable. There's a note that says always pay your fair share of taxes. Consult your tax and financial professionals at the appropriate time to determine what your fair share needs to be. All right, Bruce via Wiser Now. The last couple of days have been very, very quiet overall. As far as the contact that we were getting from some of our top bank sources, that seems to have shut down temporarily. I don't know if that's just a matter of NDA or just a matter of the way they are trying to put a hush on the information. They don't really want us to know when it's supposed to start for us. The Treasury has wanted our Tier 4A and 4B to be notified by Wednesday. All right, Bruce via Wiser Now. I think on Wednesday is looking very good for us to be notified. If the notifications come out later in the afternoon, it's more than likely we would set our appointments on the phone with the toll-free numbers, and we would be setting them for hopefully Thursday. From my understanding, the Treasury may have always wanted this to start for us, meaning our exchanges on Thursday. I believe we're in a good place for this to go this week. All right, Fleming, Wednesday RV report per DOD. Our military intel contact is confirming sources saying that the beginning of the final RV release is currently planned by DOD and UST for this Friday, July 23rd, when the Olympics start in Tokyo, which will initiate the sequence leading to the shotgun start and Tier 4B start if all goes good as planned. He is confirming Guru Texas Snake's latest intel and Guru Mark Z's Wednesday, July 21st, that redemption centers are still to be ready at any moment to start exchanges this week, and weekend, and the redemption centers have not been shut down. All right, lastly, Mark Z via PDK still hearing that depending on where you're at, that most exchanges will be handled at major banks or centers that they have set up depending on the location, the size, and how many currency holders they have in that community or area. Did I hear that the IQD and VND rate around $15? Mark Z said, I am hearing the same thing. I also hear they will have a street rate around $4. With rate rumors like that, I try not to get too excited.